Good evening. Tonight we're interviewing Dr. Stephen Proskauer. He's the author of Karmic Therapy, Healing the Split Psyche. And can you tell us, Dr. Proskauer, what you can learn that people that are dealing with trauma from accidents, anesthesia, or coma with karmic therapy?
Yes, this is really a subject that I like to talk about because we learn things through karmic therapy that are not common knowledge. Although some people have suspected this to be true, it's not common knowledge. It certainly wasn't when I went to medical school, and I don't think it still is, that people who are unconscious from any cause, either from an accident or under anesthesia or in a coma, they are aware on some level of everything that happens around them and everything that's said and everything that's done to them. They may not remember when they wake up that they were aware of this, but it affects them. And under therapeutic conditions, they can remember. You sometimes hear people say, well, after that operation, I just never felt the same again. I just felt bad about myself for some reason. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
The operation was a success, but they felt creepy. And then we get them to recall what happened under anesthesia. And what they recall is a conversation that was going on between the surgeon and some of the staff that were present. And they might have been telling really dirty jokes, or they might have been joking about, in a derisive way, about the appearance of the patient's body. Or they might have been saying something about the illness that they would never say to the patient's face. Whatever it is, the doctors and the staff are assuming that the patient doesn't remember. And in every case where I've done any deep exploration, they have been able to remember, and it has affected them. Yeah. And invariably, after they've recalled it, they say, well, no wonder I was feeling that way.
Right. And it makes sense to them.
Yeah, it then makes sense, and they can let it go. They can realize where it came from. So this is really what we've learned doing this work, that people are never fully unconscious.
Right.
And of course, this isn't any surprise to us, because consciousness in energy form is able to observe and hear what's going on. You don't have to be in a body to have perception. So if you've been massively injured and your consciousness has left the body, you can still see what's going on around you, and you can hear what people are saying.
Right.
There are plenty of records of near-death experiences where consciousness is hovering near the ceiling and watching the body being resuscitated.
Yeah.
This is the same kind of thing. The closer you are to death, the more likely you are to be disconnected from the body. But you're still associated with the body, and you're still able to remember things from what happened. And sometimes therapy requires that one go back. And of course, there's a tremendous public health issue here. People need to be much more aware of what they say around unconscious individuals. And I think it's becoming more common knowledge now that you have to be respectful of people no matter what state of consciousness they're in.
Right, because you are hearing what's going on. Well, great. I appreciate your time. Let's tell people that your book is available at razorpages.com. And I thank you for your time tonight, Dr. Proskauer.
You know, one of the reasons I wrote Karmic Therapy, Healing the Split Psyche, was to share experiences like what we've talked about so that people can learn from them. Whether they became patients or not, they could learn about how people are affected by different types of experience.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for having me in.
Yes, thank you.